Welcome to the Online Virtual Parent Academy. I am Stephanie Sahadeo, the Virtual Parent Academy moderator for this event. We are excited to have you join us this evening as you experience the Parent Academy virtually. Tonight's session titled is Digital Messages for the 21st Century Learners. OCPS Parent Academy is a district-wide initiative designed to enhance student achievement through the support of community and family involvement. The Parent Academy focuses on 3 primary tracks: student achievement, parent and advocacy, and personal and individual growth. The Parent Academy provides a wide range of information enabling parents to make informed decisions about their child's educational journey. First up, you will meet the members of the Parent Academy team. We have Sean Sanchez, Program Specialist, myself, Stephanie Sahadeo, Megan Sargent, and Dr. Tricia Travis, Liaisons of the Parent Academy and Community Engagement team. I would like to take a moment to say welcome and thank you to the host sites throughout Orange County that have opened their doors tonight to invite families in to view this event. Our session's title is Digital Messages for the 21st Century Learners. I'd like to welcome Maurice Dragon, Senior Director of Digital Learning. Viewers, please remember that you may use the chat box to ask any questions. Maurice is here waiting to hear from you.
Hello. My name is Maurice Dragon, and I am the Senior Director of Digital Learning in the Curriculum and Digital Learning Department for Orange County Public Schools. Let's get started. LaunchED is the name of the digital learning program in Orange County Public Schools. This program began as a small 7-school proof-of-concept pilot program in the fall of 2013. The LaunchED digital learning program helps support our core business of educating children. Our vision is to be the top producer of successful students in the nation. That's where we're going. Our mission is how we plan to get there. We will lead our students to success with the support and involvement of families and the community. One of our key strategies for success is digital learning. We believe we can increase student engagement and achievement by personalizing learning for all students through the use of digital content and tools. But we face some significant challenges ahead as we prepare our students to be college and career ready. One of those challenges is size. We are now the 9th largest district in the country with over 200,000 students and over 14,000 teachers spread across 180 schools. Another key challenge is our diversity. We are a minority-majority district with over 42% of our population made up of Hispanic students. Our beautiful tapestry of students represent over 194 countries and speak 170 different languages and dialects. The top 7 non-English language spoken by our students are Spanish, Haitian Creole, Vietnamese, Portuguese, Arabic, and Tagalog. 15.9% of all students are English language learners. Our third challenge is mobility. Mobility is a measure of students who do not start and finish at the same school. This district's mobility rate is 28%. That means on average, 28% of elementary students in a teacher's class for FSA testing in March were not there when the school year started. It's 28.5% for high schools. It is important to note that these are averages. Some schools have very little student mobility, while others have a lot more. In fact, several elementary schools have over 100% student mobility, with over 2,500 students classified as homeless. Finally, we are highly diverse economically. 71% of our students qualified for free or reduced meals, more than the state and national average. We serve 41.6 million meals per year, which is more than 150,000 meals per day. So, how do our 4 key challenges relate to digital learning? Well, we believe in providing all students a future-ready education regardless of zip code. So, by providing a digital device with access to anytime, anywhere learning, it helps us to level the playing field and ensure that no matter how many schools a student enters over the course of a year, they can pick up right where they left off. Since its humble beginning of just 7 schools and 8,000 devices, the LaunchED program has grown to include one-to-one digital learning environments in all middle and high schools with over 100,000 devices deployed to students and staff to date. Our district is fully committed to being one-to-one by 2021. It has recently announced the final 3 cohorts, which will include all elementary schools. We are proud of our progress and are humbled to have been honored with the Digital Curriculum Award, the Digital Schools and Districts Award, and the Hero Award over the last several years. We are also extremely fortunate to be a member of the League of Innovative Schools. Presentations include to the Association of Latino Administrators and Superintendents, Florida Association of School Administrators, Council of Great City Schools, Leaning Forwards, COS, FEEDS, the Florida School Association, and, of course, FETC. We believe that the key to our success is that the LaunchED digital learning program is not about devices, it's about kids. Unlike many notable programs around the country, which are led by CIOs and technology departments, the LaunchED program is a teaching and learning-driven initiative led by our Deputy Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. Its mission is to ensure that OCPS is the top producer of successful students in the nation, and that means ensuring that each student is college and career ready. It also means that when you walk our classrooms today, you will not see teachers teaching technology. You will see them teaching the Florida standards, using strategies from our instructional framework. We see technology not as the end-all, be-all, but rather as a means to an end, our major tool of instruction. Another thing that sets us apart is that the LaunchED digital learning program is a school transformation model. In fact, schools are often surprised at just how much teaching and learning changes. LaunchED changes how curriculum is designed, how instruction is delivered, the technology infrastructure of the campus, the instructional systems used, the way that classroom assessment occurs, and even the accountability for the campus. This morning, we're going to walk through each of these facets to give you an overall picture. Let's start with the curriculum. In our state, a common expression is textbooks are not the curriculum, standards are the curriculum. And that means we don't teach the textbooks. We teach the standards using a broad array of resources. So, if that is the case, do you really need technology to teach the standards? Or is it just a novelty? Well, you really need technology to effectively teach the Florida standards. In fact, the Florida standards refer to technology or digital resources over 40 times in English language arts alone. One could say that the Florida standards for English language arts are the definition of future-ready writing. Today's students don't need book reports and dioramas. They need dynamic research and interactive presentations. To support students in the active use of technology and digital resources, the LaunchED program provides over 75% of all instructional resources in a digital or electronic format and all core instructional resources in a digital format. This includes having on-demand access to ebooks and centrally purchased resources such as BrainPop, Discovery Education, Safari Montage, Define STEM, Gizmos, Newsella, and iReady, all provided at no cost to schools. The LaunchED program is all about active, interactive digital learning and the value that extending that learning beyond the 4 walls of the classroom can bring. But our schools are not paperless. Teachers are encouraged to select and use the best material format for each lesson and to use paper instructional materials only when that functionality is not available virtually or when it would be developmentally more appropriate. For example, when teaching concepts of print in early childhood for the first time, you wouldn't want to use a digital screen that rotates. We like to say we're moving from paper full to paper purpose. Paper purpose means strategically planning how often students interact with digital materials. In elementary schools, classrooms are the most blended, with students using digital curriculum for about 25% of the day. At this level, students are provided print and digital materials in each subject area, and students bring paper materials home. At the middle school level, students use digital curriculum for about 50% of their day. All core courses use digital instructional materials and some electives. Students do not bring paper instructional materials home, but do have access to class sets of books during the day. At the high school level, students use digital curriculum about 75% of their day, including all core subject areas and the majority of electives. Few, if any, paper instructional materials are sent home, and after 2 years of LaunchED implementation, paper textbooks are removed from the classrooms. But it takes more than high-quality digital curriculum to transform learning. At its core, the LaunchED program is designed to transform instruction. The LaunchED blended learning instructional model includes students using technology to support learning daily in whole and small group and individual instruction in a traditional brick-and-mortar school, like the one your child may be in, facilitated by a personal teacher. The LaunchED program would be classified as a rotational model of blended learning. Although OCPS also offers the Flex model, self-blend model, and enriched virtual model in our non-traditional schools such as Acceleration Academy, Orange County Virtual School, and Florida Virtual School. In most LaunchED classrooms, each lesson begins with whole group direct instruction, but then students engage in either stations, flipped learning, or independent learning depending on the subject area. As teachers plan instruction that connects technology integration and pedagogy, we use the funnel-down approach. Everything starts with the standards and ends with the digital tool. First, we start with the standard, or the driving force for all instruction. Second, we identify the complexity of thinking of the standard. Third, we use this complexity level to determine which pedagogic elements will help learners reach the complexity of the standard. For example, if a standard requires students to justify an argument, then examination of reasoning should be planned for to ensure that students are making and justifying logical claims. Fourth, a teacher should choose the specific strategy students will use that aligns to that pedagogical element. In this case, the teacher might choose to use the strategy of logical fallacies. Fifth, the teacher chooses the techniques that will be used to support the strategy. Students might examine the claims of peers and identify a logical fallacy. Finally, we choose the digital tools that allow students to demonstrate the behavior desired. To extend our example, students might be using the comment tool in Google Drive to annotate a peer's claim. As you can imagine, learning to plan in such an intentional way takes practice. Lots of practice. To support teachers, we provide 4 levels of learning, which begin a full year before students receive their device. In the first year, teachers focus on how they can use technology in direct instruction and with a gradual release model. This level provides teachers with a toe in the water and can often be seen as tradigital. The second level of learning focuses on differentiation, specifically choice in each unit. The third level of learning is focused on flipped and rotational models. And the fourth level of learning is focused on personalized pathways for students. Here's an example of how we scaffold learning for our teachers as they prepare for launch. Each month, A team of school-selected digital curriculum teacher leaders, led by their library media specialists, attends face-to-face training in order to have a cadre of support on each campus. After they attend training, each staff member is issued an online learning module on the same content. Then, the digital curriculum teacher leaders support their staff in working through the module and practicing their new skills. The LaunchED program would not nearly be as successful without our robust technology infrastructure. Prior to deploying student devices, each school is retrofitted to provide a wireless access point in every instructional space and a robust fiber optic backbone. The bandwidth for each LaunchED school is also increased to 1 gigabyte, and we work with partners such as T-Mobile and Sprint to provide hotspots to secondary students who need connectivity outside of the school day. We also provide each classroom with an interactive surface, such as a flat panel or intended touch platform, a desktop presentation station, and audio enhancement. Teachers receive a laptop with monitor and docking station in addition to their desktop presentation station. Choosing the right platform and feature set for our ecosystem took 2 years. In the first 7 schools, we piloted 5 different operating systems and 7 different form factors to see what the best combination for student learning would be. We selected Windows 10 for our intermediate and secondary grade levels. Each device has at least an 11-inch screen, a touch screen, a convertible keyboard, a web camera, a microphone, and speakers. Pre-K and first grade students use iOS tablets. In a Bring Your Own Device site, students are encouraged to bring a device from home that meets similar feature requirements, and students who cannot are provided a district device. This district's BYOD sites will be phased out in cohorts 5 through 8. Perhaps even more influential to transformation than infrastructure are instructional systems. The LaunchED program relies on key tools for daily instruction, including our single sign-on dashboard LaunchPad, classroom management software provided by Land School, digital learning objects provided by Safari Montage, cloud production and storage provided by G Suite for Education, the Canvas Learning Management System, Smart Tools, and Follett's ebook platform. In our increasingly digital world, students and teachers should not have to remember 7 different usernames and a capital letter, 8 digits with a special character passwords just to get to page 34 of their digital textbook. That's just too hard. The goal should be one-click access to any resource. LaunchPad provides one-click access to all centrally adopted digital textbooks and other resources. With over 280,000 logins by teachers and students daily, LaunchPad has accelerated the adoption of technology as part of the core curriculum in our district. While every school may not yet be one-to-one, every school has access to digital content. Every school has some combination of devices that they can use. We have used the IMS Global Standards to provide access to the majority of content through the online dashboard LaunchPad. We use LTI, Learning Tools Interoperability, for logins to systems such as Safari Montage and PBS Learning Media. We use LTI to provision accounts automatically for users to systems such as Pearson Math Excel and McGraw-Hill Marine Science. This has allowed our teachers and students to simply log into LaunchPad, choose the resource they want, and to click. That's it. They automatically get access. Canvas is the district's learning management system. A learning management system is a centralized location where learners can find information needed for their class. Students can find lesson activities, complete assignments, and even turn in their homework and receive grades through Canvas. Teachers are not required to use Canvas, but many teachers use Canvas, however, because it makes it easier to share content with their students. As the number on the slide shows, we have many teachers and students, and even parents, logging in daily to check content in Canvas. If you'd like to learn more about Canvas and how you, as a parent, can see the work your child is completing, visit the website canvasparent.ocps.net. There, you can find information on creating a parent account and much more information on how Canvas is used in OCPS. We have a small, dedicated team that curates unit plans and, importantly, also identifies digital resources that aligns to those plans. We have also partnered with publishers to give access to discrete resources and not just their websites. You can see the usage here. Assessments are much quicker when everyone has a digital device. Students test best the way they are taught, so students take classroom, district, and state standardized assessments on their district-owned device. We are fortunate to have the support of our community underpinning the LaunchED program through a half-penny sales tax and 1 mil property tax. To honor the trust provided by our community, we hold LaunchED schools to a different level of accountability. Principals inventory and account for all devices 3 times annually and hold students accountable for any damage to the device through a tiered fine system. We want to give you an opportunity to see the LaunchED program in action at our other schools and to hear from students and other school leaders. Please enjoy this brief video.
Welcome to Orange County Public Schools, proud home of the LaunchED digital learning program, where we are committed to developing college and career-ready students. Our district is the first in Central Florida to provide a digital device to every incoming student at our high schools.
Sometimes in school you don't have the amount of time you need to finish a document. And now you can take it home, work on it, finish it as you need to. Our teachers have digital comment boards so we can see what we're doing today, tomorrow, what we did last week.
It's made my calculus class a lot easier to understand. It's allowed me to use tools so I can actually see graphs of functions and integrals.
It's definitely made schoolwork more interactive, and I find it much more entertaining, and things that are entertaining help me remember better.
Many of our students do not have laptops at home, and so now we have put the tools in the hands of all of our students, leveling that playing field.
My students are on social media, they're on the internet, and that allows me to open up the learning outside of the 4 walls of my classroom. And it's nothing short of revolutionized the way that I teach. There are now so many different modes in which they can express their mastery of the content.
I participate more because I get more done, and everything is already stored in the computer, and I could always go back and it's saved automatically.
Media specialists are the cornerstone of the LaunchED program. They lead the digital curriculum teacher leader team, which provides professional development, mentoring, and coaching to peer teachers.
Our district is committed to preparing all of our staff for the next generation of instruction and assessment. Our program provides 4 years of job-embedded professional development focused on integrating technology into standards-based instruction.
The LaunchED program is a teaching and learning driven initiative. However, there are many operational components that go into making it successful. For example, risk and asset management, safety and security, and our ICTS support services. Students are responsible for checking in and out their devices at the beginning and end of each year to ensure that everything is ready to go for the following school year. We're really excited that the LaunchED program extends beyond traditional subject areas and into our elective courses. We feel like this creates a richer experience for teachers and students.
For example, in our ceramics class, our students are able to research and mold designs together and then take their designs and make it come alive.
Our career and technical education programs exist in all of our high schools. They too use outstanding digital technology such as digital imaging, robotics, and even aviation programs to extend learning beyond the school day.
It just allows our students just to be able to be held accountable and have that self-discipline, so they're being independent with their own learning.
So it has changed our classrooms, it has changed the way our teachers have designed their lessons, it has changed the lives of some of our students that did not have access to the technology before.
Continuous access to learning increases student engagement. It helps us close the achievement gap and ensures that we are the top producer of successful students in the nation. We invite you to learn more about the LaunchED digital learning program by visiting digital.ocps.net or scheduling a tour at a LaunchED site.
More information about our program can be found by visiting www.digital.ocps.net. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Maurice, for that great information. We have only one more opportunity for the 2018-2019 school year to attend a Parent Academy. Our last face-to-face Parent Academy is taking place on May 4th, 2019 at Dr. Phillips High School. Check the website at www.parentacademy.ocps.net to register for that date. We'd love to see you there. Let's take a moment to hear a message from Orange Technical College's Dr. Michael Armbruster, Associate Superintendent of Career and Technical Education, as he visits the launch site at Orange Technical College and shares his thoughts on the value of technical education here in Central Florida. Here are his thoughts on the launch site.
It's a really exciting job to be Senior Executive Director for Career and Technical Education.
It's crazy though, isn't it? I mean, it really is.
And the systems
it's the light in the eyes, it's the, marks on my face.
And I get to be involved with all kinds of students, all kinds of professionals that come from all walks of life. And all of us have this common purpose, which is changing lives through education. So for me, to get to walk out every day and mingle with people who are making their lives better alongside of people who are working to make their lives better, it's just an exciting job to have and a great opportunity. What I'd really like people to know about Orange Technical College is that while the name is new, the institution itself isn't. It actually goes back to 1933, and we've been changing people's lives through education since then. We serve over 35,000 students a year. That's students being served in 39 middle schools, 19 high schools, and our 5 technical college campuses. We also provide over $2.9 million in financial aid, allowing students to leave here debt-free, and that is a beautiful thing. When I talk to employers, the first thing they always bring up is soft skills. They'll say, look, I need somebody who understands how to do the things we do, but what I really need is somebody who understands how to work with somebody, how to get along, how to conflict resolve or conflict resolution, how to be part of a team, how to be an active participant in the company. And so we try to create environments that create that naturally here while students are in school. And if they mess up, they're in a safe environment. When I walk through this building, I get excited because I know that students aren't just learning for things that they need to know today, they're actually learning how to deal with things that are coming tomorrow. We offer the same type of equipment, the same opportunities. In fact, we've had students who come from for-profit institutions to us because there they weren't allowed to put their hands on the stuff, and here they get hands-on use of equipment. You look around, you'll see banners of our partners hanging up in the rafters here because they help drive this beautiful relationship that you don't find in a lot of places. It's also exciting here because you'll come in and you'll see other industry partners who'll be in here using our facilities, but while they're using our facilities, they're giving our students real-world work experiences. And we provide a great resource for employers, for industry here in our community. We impact the socioeconomics of our community in ways people can't imagine because they still think of their granddaddy's vocational school.
Facial motion capture is brand new, like better than anybody has in the nation right now.
We met with the game and simulation industry and they said we have a need, and we said how can we fill that need? And within a matter of less than a year we were able to create what we now call the launch site. The launch site is kind of our epicenter of the digital world. This enables us to create all kinds of virtual world, virtual reality. Students here learn how to make characters, how to make environments. And so the students who are going through here now will end up impacting our economic development right here at home in Central Florida. Really, the launch site is the model for how we are doing business throughout all our programs in career and technical education today. And that's part of why I love my job. We take people who are trying to find their way in life and we give them direction and opportunity.
Orange Technical College,
for students, not profit.
Remember, you can follow Parent Academy on social media on Twitter at #OCPS Parent Academy, and we would love you to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/OCPS Parent Academy. Don't forget that under the Virtual Parent Academy tab on the Parent Academy website, we house all of the previously recorded sessions. Therefore, if you missed any of our sessions this year or would like to re-watch a session, they are available to you. Thank you for tuning in to the OCPS Virtual Parent Academy. Have a great rest of the evening.